Located at the northwestern tip of Africa, only 12 miles from Europe and just 6 hours from the United States, Morocco is building bridges to other nations, fostering economic growth for its 30 million people. Morocco has made a strong commitment to joining the world economy. It hosted the World Trade Organization inaugural conference in Marrakesh in 1994, then entered an association agreement with Europe in 96. Most recently, Morocco signed a free trade agreement with the United States in summer 2004, thus becoming the first African country and only the second Arab nation to do so. A moderate Muslim country with a modern, open and vibrant society, Morocco's population became mostly urban in 2001, boasting a growing middle class and an elite of multilingual entrepreneurs and managers educated and trained in Europe and the United States. Over the past 15 years, Morocco has achieved significant improvements in its education system, health services, and importantly, infrastructure. The ascension of King Mohammed VI in 1999 gave a boost to these trends. The king, the government, and the people of Morocco are striving to modernize their economy through privatization and reform. Theirs is a very strong commitment to liberalization. Today's Morocco is carried by a clear and ambitious vision, expanding economic opportunity for all.
You have to keep in mind that to put in perspective this FTA with the United States of America as part of a strategy Morocco started to forge and to nurse a long time ago when we were the first emerging country to sign the Uruguay round. We want to put Morocco as a platform for business with Europe, with the US, with Asia, China, Africa, Middle East. It was part of a global vision of Morocco. You know, we started the process of deregulation, of reforming of our economy, and building a global project, politically speaking, economically or socially, in the early 80s. And now we are in this very, very rewarding period where after having reformed for a long time, we have started now the period of we will get the dividend of our reform. That's, in my view, which makes the Moroccan momentum now not only a valid momentum, but a very attractive one.
Morocco is already a very attractive investment on its own, just because of its political situation, its geographic location, and its broad connections to other countries, including obviously Europe, in addition to the US. This is a government that's very aggressive about making investment in the future. They've made the commitment to join the world economy, and they know there's some sacrifices that have to be made, but they're making the investment in the infrastructure, and they're making the capital investment as well. And the US is actually really quite behind and may miss some of these opportunities if we don't put something in place to take advantage of it. The FTA is the beginning of that.
FTA negotiators made sure to offer maximum transparency and visibility to U.S. investors, as our main objective was to see a larger presence of U.S. investors and companies in Morocco. The guarantees we offer to our American friends mean that there are in fact no restrictions whatsoever for an American company to establish itself in Morocco. The Morocco-U.S. Free Trade Agreement is a great opportunity for the Moroccan economy. It will allow us to welcome U.S. investors attracted to the local market and all other nations with whom Morocco has privileged relationships.
For us, Morocco is our European platform, and that's how we see it. For us, coming to Morocco was an opportunity to actually introduce ourselves into the European market, and so I think the free trade agreement just makes it that much easier. One of the things that we've been able to benefit from is the fact that for importation, for example, for imports, we have no duties, no customs. It's very fluid. We can import in about 3 hours, and we export in about 4 or 5 hours. That's state of the art.
The reforms that have taken place in this country have been tremendous. We do credit the government of Morocco for addressing many of these issues, such as the labor code, such as the workers' rights. And the changes that Morocco has made in the past 2.5, 3 years to dovetail into the FTA makes this an absolutely important area to invest here. The sectors here are very important in the automobile industry, parts industry, if you will, as well as the IT.
Agriculture is a great one, and surprisingly, it's one of the fastest growing areas. I just visited 2 days ago a man and his brother who started a company who process olive oil, and I asked him how much olive oil he sold to the United States, and I didn't expect what the answer was, which was last year he exported $10 million worth of olive oil to the United States. And he expects that with the free trade agreement, he will have increased opportunity. He can't get enough olives. But there are also great opportunities in services. Dell Computer opened up a service center here not even a year ago. And they will have, by the end of the year, 1,000 people working in this service center that services the French market. It's a great success, and that's just a huge amount of growth on any scale. I would add textiles. Just this week, I also visited a plant. It was a UK plant. They serve the British market, and they're doing a wonderful job employing thousands of people. And it's perfectly suited for the marketplace, for the location. When the products are finished and tested and finally inspected, they go down a chute from the second floor right into a truck with a container on the back, a 40-foot container. And in 5 days, they're in the stores, on the hangers, with the price tags already on them. You can't do that from China.
I think all the structures are in place. My feeling as far as Moroccan companies teaming up with American companies is very ripe.
And one day there is going to be a large North African market, but will be a significant market on its own. And Morocco will have a huge advantage, and that is a lead. They're getting a running start in terms of the things we've talked about, the change in the laws, the change in the environment, developing the expertise, developing the entrepreneurial spirit, maybe developing a better capital market. And as those markets open and expand, Morocco will have an advantage because they'll be a couple of years ahead.
We are not dealing with a short-term issue. We are forging a policy for the next 50 years. One day we will have also to make Morocco playing a central role to rebuild peace, stability, safety and security in the MENA region.